Police in Las Vegas found themselves in the middle of a UFO mystery last month after
To us, big eyes. They have big eyes.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal?
One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the statue, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
What? I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yeah, I'm looking right at him.
Okay, hang on.
He's right there.
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
Mythical Legends Podcast with your host Daniel Barnett.
And welcome to another Mythical Legends podcast. Now, today we have an awesome guest and he has some awesome stories to tell you. But before I go any further, I have an amazing co-host who has co-hosted the last few interviews with me. She is my partner in crime who does all my work with me. So I'm going to welcome Jill Roberts. Hi, Jill.
Hello. Hi there.
We've done a few interviews, and it's been, you already have one comment.
I know exactly who that is.
Yeah, same. Hi, Darren. So we've done a few interviews. They've been incredible, but we have another one today, haven't we?
I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah. This be...
And he's got some good stories. And then you got Evening Jill as well.
Good evening. That's quite polite, actually. Oh, and Angela. It's quite polite for him.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, isn't it? And also, I will say, before we bring our guest on, Darren messaged me during the intro to say, you're late by 3 seconds.
Oh, pot calling the kettle. Darren can rock up half an hour after his time.
Yeah, he can't he? My God, Darren. Oh. Well, Darren, I don't think. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Agent of the Onyx.
Hello.
Okay, so let's bring our guest on. Now, I'm very, very excited. So, we have an amazing guest, cryptid researcher and podcaster, Bill Rigby. Hi, Bill. How are you?
Hi, Daniel. Hi, Nan. You wasn't expecting that, was you, Daniel?
Okay, let's pass that.
Bill and I have a bit of an understanding going on.
Yes. Really?
Yes. Go ahead, Daniel.
Don't set him off. He'll start off giggling. We won't get anything out of
it. Yeah.
All right. Here. I am the founder of the Agents of the Unexplained, and I'm an agitator, and we're going to have Daniel laughing the whole time.
Okay. Right. Let's get this completely back on track. So could you tell our listeners a little bit how you got interested into the cryptid world?
Well, it started before the cryptid world. Believe it or not, I was 12 years old, and I had a premonition of a good friend of our family. Their son got killed, got ran over by a truck. The next morning, I got up, I went downstairs. I asked my mom, "Did Timmy get run over by a truck?" She says, "No." So I didn't hear anything, and they would have called us right away. I went, okay, I had a stupid dream. And So I just blew it out of my mind. Very next night, that evening, it happened.
Oh.
So
Oh.
that just totally blew my mind. And
Oh.
for like
Yeah,
3 nights,
that's-
I couldn't sleep, thinking, oh God, I'm going to have another bad dream.
Wow.
Something's going to happen to someone else. And somehow I ended up blocking it out. Now we'll go 2 years in advance. I had a UFO sighting about 3/4 of a mile from my house. I was 14. We were out at the bus stop, and I can look up on the hill. I see this shiny flat disc thing just hovering. And I'm telling the rest of us that we're all standing there waiting on the bus, and they're thinking, you say, wow, what is that thing? And we're staring. Finally, I ran back in the house. My mom's in the kitchen at the sink facing that way. I says, look up over past Quat's house. There's a UFO. She looks up there. She's staring at it. She looked at me dead serious. Says, don't you dare tell anybody. What? No, we're not going to deal with this. You're not telling no one. Because on the news, there was different sightings and people were getting really ridiculed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, a guy that lived up on the hill took a picture of it. Sent it into the local newspaper, into the TV stations, and he really started getting ridiculed. Someone said he threw a metal garbage can lid up in the air and took a picture of it. I'm 3/4 of a mile away. I would not see the metal garbage can lid. I don't care. And I even knew that. So we didn't say anything. Well, I started looking at the Patterson Gimlin film, A Patty.
Yeah.
And I was interested in that, and I'm thinking, oh, they're just out west on the west coast, because I'm in Pennsylvania, the east coast.
Yeah.
Or they're up in Canada. They're not around here. We turn around. I'm getting older. I got to do the adult thing, go to work. But I was spending all my time in the woods. Those were great times, hunting, fishing, camping, whatever free time I was in the woods. Well, from the central Pennsylvania to eastern Pennsylvania, up into New York, down into West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, I'm seeing tree structures. So about 4 or 5 years ago, I start really delving into that. And it kept coming back to Bigfoot. And I'm saying, piqued my interest again, did it? It sure did. So we turn around. I find stuff on YouTube about Bigfoot. I'm watching this one guy faithfully for a week. Every day he's putting out a podcast of one on his property. But it seemed like every time there was supposed to be one right there, his thing ended. I went, this dude's a hoaxer. That's it.
Yeah.
This is BS. I got to find someone that knows. So I ended up getting on Facebook, joining some groups. And I ended up meeting some really great people that helped me follow my research. A good friend of mine, she's in the hospital right now. She got admitted yesterday with double pneumonia. She was out, we were out near here researching, and we found a trackway that went for over 100 yards, 14-inch spread, 6 3/4 inches wide. There was about 58 inches in between from toe to heel. And we followed it up along the beach and came back, went up in a different section of the woods. I had casting materials. I'm casting this baby. I'm all hyped up. I casted it. Now, we're down near the water there. So I'm not taking consideration. It's going to take longer to set up than it should because of all the dampness under the ground. I took it out too early and broke it up.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so upset. Everyone said, that's fine. That's your first one. You learn. Yeah, I know, but I'm too old to learn. I'm an old dog. And I did say that.
See, I will say, Jill is my plaster of Paris person. I don't have anything to do with
hate
it.
it.
She will mix it up.
Well, I learned from my stupid mistake. Let me tell you.
We did that too. We
Yeah.
did one
But,
too.
it's trial and error. That's all. So, Brenda, she casted one, and it was about 3:00 in the afternoon. And I go, we're not taking this one out. I says, but I want to keep the birds and everything off of it. So I got 4 sticks put around the outside of it, got a big plastic bag, made like a tent over it. I'm praying to God no one mess with it. They come down there fishing, whatever. South Coast, no, not at that point. We did not. So we turn around, we come back the next day, and we went to get it out. It came out nice. She turned it over, a stone about that big around in the middle of it. She's all upset. I said, it's still a good print. We can still use it. We just got to clean it up. She still has it, but she won't bring it out to show people. But, then about, that was March. Then June, right before the Ohio Bigfoot Conference, or May. That was in May. A friend of mine took a Bigfoot report right near there, across the road, right in front of us. Lady that works with law enforcement, and a guy that does construction right behind her. So that gave me validation on, yeah, that probably was the one. And my friend said he really believes him because, number one, she's law enforcement. Number two, she pulled over and got deathly sick and crying over seeing it. It scared her so bad. Construction worker saw her pulling over. He pulls up behind her. He goes, you okay? As he's running up to her. And she goes, did you see that thing? And she was sick over it and all worked up. He says, yes, I saw it too. You didn't see. It wasn't imagination. I saw it. So, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So we, but he was going to a Ohio Bigfoot Conference. I wasn't going at that time. So he said, and we found out other people were running in there trying to check things out. We didn't want them to damage anything that might be there, like prints, if we can find any prints or whatever. So me and Brenda went back out there to keep an eye on it in the area and that. We did find a print going up a little bank, and I found one down in the swamp area where it crossed over and went down in. I did find one there, but it's in the swamp. You can't cast it. So now on the other side of the county, I doing research with another friend, Debbie, and we were, no, we did not sense anything from it, other than my nerves. But the other thing was, we find these prints, but we didn't really find any real structures on this property. A farmerette, I'd call it, because it's real small. It's like 30 some acres. And we found these prints, different size ones, in the wet area on the property. We go to the other side. We went to this other side. Across the power lines on the other property, we were finding structures, tree structures, which I only take a little bit of credence in the tree structures because I study them hard and I try to debunk them. Are they natural? Are they man-made, animal-made? You know, you got to,
Yeah.
you got to totally debunk. No matter what you find out there, you
Yeah.
got to totally debunk it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I do. And when I'm out researching. In the same area, I got nailed with infrasound on that farmer's property. When me and
Wow.
Debbie was out there one other time. And we had to get out of there. Yeah.
Wow.
And this is all before, that August, we end up going to Salt Fork State Park in Ohio. There and Hawking Hills got the most reports of Bigfoot in those areas. I got invited to a camp out for Southern Ohio Bigfoot investigators. They put on once a month camp outs. I'm going down there. I'm going to go camp out. Jack Warren invited me. Yeah, I'm going camp. I'm not going to find anything. Everyone goes to Salt Fork. You know, that's my thinking. Well, turn around. First night there, I met Mike Bennett. Debbie Craigie, she came to camp out. Mary Fabian from Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, she came when she found out I was going to be there. She says, "Oh, I'm coming. Save me a spot." You know, she just turned 67, 68, and she bought a big van just so she can camp in her van now instead of back of her truck or a tent. The lady loves to get out there. So she was up near her truck. Mike Bennett from the SoSpeed crew said, "Come on, let's go ride around and see what we can see. I'll show you the area." So me and Debbie rode with him. He's showing us the different areas there. All right, cool. Ain't seeing much. We turn around, go back to camp. It's the group camp area. He says, "It's starting to get dark. Let's start down the Buckeye Trail there." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm game." Debbie, she had a monocular. Excuse me. And we went in about 90 paces. We stopped, looking around, listening. We had either little nuts or little stones tossed up at us. Not a lot, just a couple. But down off the left. Like, okay, I ain't seeing anything. We take another 90.
Weird.
Yeah. We took another 90 paces and we're checking things out, listening. We're not really hearing anything. All of a sudden, another nut or stone start coming up. Debbie started getting scared. She said, "I don't like that." I said, "It's fine. They didn't want us here. They'd be pelting us." And I says, "It could be a squirrel up in the tree dropping a nuts." That wasn't above us. It was clear above us. But just to calm her down. Well, we went in another 90 paces. Debbie says, "That's it. I am not going no farther." Now, give me your monocular. I'll go down and I'll check things out. Just relax. Stay there with Mike. If I see anything or I hear anything, I'll call you guys down. I get down and I kneel down on one leg and I'm starting to adjust the monocular. At the corner of my right eye, there's a movement to the right. I turned and looked, and there's that sucker 15 feet from me in the tree line,
Bloody hell.
looking in like this at me. Yeah, that's not what I said, though. I said, "Hold on, let me get my phone out, take your picture." No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Some jerk asked me that. Why didn't you take? Excuse me.
Did you run?
Almost new underwear, I tell you. At first, no, I did not. I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Oh my God. Oh my God. It's right effing there." This is all going through my mind, right?
Yeah.
And I started to panic.
Yeah.
So I stood up. It stood up. Now I'm thinking, oh shit.
Oh. Yeah.
And I start backpedaling. And I'm looking at it, but I won't look in the eyes. I'm looking at its head. I'm looking at its body and looking at how high it is on that tree right there.
Oh.
And I'm backpedaling. Actually, I was running backwards. And I'm telling you right now, this old man can run backwards pretty damn fast without falling down. And I'm yelling because it's getting dark and I wanted to make sure they see him. I'm yelling for lights. Instead of saying, there it is, I'm yelling, lights, lights. Then Mike realized what I said. He put his big spotlight. Oh, I know that. Believe me, I know that.
But instinct kicks in, I guess.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me back up 2 steps on this. I'm not afraid of a damn thing out there. I've jumped in the middle of a gunfight from rival gang members with a little kid in the street to save the kid. No fear. No fear at all. I'm a veteran. No fear at all. Go forward. I've been in several different situations where normal people would have been scared. I got scared. And I don't get scared.
Yeah.
I might get startled once in a while, but I got scared.
Yeah. Wow.
And being a hunter and an outdoorsman, I already knew you don't run from them.
Yeah.
But I still ran backwards.
That was,
Because I was 15 feet from it.
Wow.
Good old Arnold Schwarzenegger would have been proud of that body, the muscle tons. I'm dead serious.
Wow.
Did it follow you?
No. And ended up turning around and going down over the hill. Did I hear it going through the woods? No. I could not hear it. But I talked to several people and they say, your hearing closed off out of the fear. More than likely. Because I should have heard it going down over the hill, stepping on branches, whatever. And I couldn't hear nothing. Did I hear it come up into that area? No. Was there more than one? I say yes, because we had that one and they were still getting stones thrown or whatever, little nuts or little stones tossed at them behind me. So we get back up to where Mary was at her truck at the time. She didn't have the van yet. And then he goes, Bill just saw one. Bill just saw one. And Mary turns and looked at him and yeah, I did. And I started explaining to her. She says, Bill, slow down. We know you did. I could tell by your actions. I've been out with you enough researching. Calm down. Take a breath. I said, I am calm, but my heart was out here. Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You know, that is the only sighting I've had one. Now, I found other prints. I found different structures. I finally got to hear the Ohio howl a year after I had my sighting. And that's the main thing when I was going to Salt Fork. I wanted to hear the Ohio howl.
Yeah.
A year later. And right then and there, and it's going to be 3 years now. And, it was 2 years in August.
Wow.
Shortly after that is when I formed my group, Agents of the Unexplained. And I decided I'm going to start podcasting. I don't do like you. You take notes and want to ask questions, Dan. And I already told you. I said, once I get going, I'll start. And you haven't been able to ask me nothing. I interact with my guests like we're talking one-on-one.
Yeah.
So I can learn from them and share my knowledge. And combined, we might figure more things out.
Exactly.
And that's the way I do my podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm not out there to get famous. I'm not out there to get rich. It costs me too much money to get rich.
Game, are you?
And I'm being dead honest. That's right. That's right. We are. And And the first person that tells me they're an expert, I call them a liar. And I got some people.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Completely.
yeah, Darren, I will completely agree with you on that, mate.
Yeah. Yes, very much. And I want to thank the internet for putting Bigfoot mainstream.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It allows
And
everybody.
that helped us get more reports of
and
sightings and everything. So
I will say that hold on.
you're 100% right.
And yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, we've met so many lovely people. Yeah.
Well, including these guys here. But, yeah.
And I got a close knit and certain people that I count on that I call good friends in this cryptid and paranormal world.
Okay.
I trust their judgment and their guidance they have given me. They put me where I'm at now. And they're awesome people. One guy's been at it for almost 60 years researching. He was a cop. His name is Fred Saluga. And he's 77, 76 in that area. He's awesome. But he'll tell you exactly how it is, too, in no uncertain terms. Yes, very much so. And that's the thing. We got those ones out there. And there's more than you know.
Bill, I'll just mention this person commenting is Darren.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was. And and yes, I've seen ghosts. We had a 7-year-old girl in the one house my wife and I owned. Up at the cemetery, we saw some stuff at the one cemetery that even she was the gypsy queen. And I think it's 1920 she died in Sharon. And it's to date still the largest funeral procession ever in this town. That says something. Wow. All these gypsies came from all over the world for it. Wow. And for, I think, 20 years, they had gypsy guards around her grave.
Hey,
Squatch and Holler.
I believe that's Roger.
But, with all the experience I gained since I started my own, before I even started my own research group, is due to a lot of good people I've met. And you learn sometimes the hard way, sometimes the easy way of who to put your trust into in this field.
I think we're just beginning to find that out, especially with Daniel. His trust is infinite. He believes in people, but he's got a very good mind. He can.
You've got to use that at all times.
Literally, he will go into a shop, and he has found so many shoplifters by simply looking at them and saying that person's not right. And most of the time, he's gone and alerted the staff, and they've watched, and that person has shoplifted.
Yeah.
It's something Daniel tunes.
And also it's like with cars. I can tell with cars whether there's something not right there.
Yes.
I can tell
You
immediately.
90% you got the sense of it. Yeah.
He does the sense. Yeah. So it's lovely for him as well. Like, for us to talk to everybody, and Daniel he'll trust people, but then something will happen. He'll say, I don't think it's right. And it really is. It's not right. So he's definitely got this sense that, I don't know.
Well, that's awesome.
Bill, and Bill, within first meeting someone, within literally with the first word, I know how how it's gonna go. I know from. Don't I, Jill, with that?
Well,
I know that.
99% of the time I can too, and
Yeah.
if I don't talk to you, I stand there and listen, I'm not talking to you, then you know something's up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And I use like I tell everyone, use your gut feelings.
Yeah.
When you're out there researching or out in the world, use your gut feelings because your gut's not going to lie to you. Like that person next to you right there. Say, what? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when a person is telling you Bigfoot is paranormal, say, all right, is that how they are? Or is that your belief?
Yeah.
Bigfoot jumps through portals, and that's how it is. Well, that guy got told off. But we won't go into that one because he was a county commissioner in Armstrong County, Pennsylvania here, that I told to sit his butt down. Because he was actually putting his fingers in people's faces saying that's how it is. Excuse me? And I sat there for a while because I was there because this group of people wanted me at this thing because they know I researched Bigfoot, and Bigfoot is in that area. There's a family pod there, and we found a lot of evidence there. And the guy has me coming back all the time and the follow-up research on that.
And it kind of goes into then, like, it's like when I'm at the park and I was with a friend who believes in exactly what I believe and helped at the event, and these other group of guys come and say, what are you talking about again? Bigfoot. And they go, it's a cartoon, don't be silly, it's like 3 years old. I go, okay, the actual Bigfoot mystery. And they go, well, stop wasting your time, don't be mad. I'm going, okay, so you tell me what Bigfoot is then. And they go, I have no idea. I say, tell me what a researcher is then. No idea. So you can't have a proper opinion without that's right. And I go, you cannot have a proper opinion without knowing what the words mean.
Well, that county commissioner finally, after about 15 minutes of him getting in these people's faces, I got angry. And usually I don't. And yes, he did. He did it perfectly. And I'm proud of you. And I told you, you're the new generation of researchers, and you're not going to put up with that crap. That's awesome. I finally stood up. I said, excuse me. And I says, you're saying Bigfoot jumps through portals? Yeah, that's right. I said, okay, explain how you come up with this. Well, I'm telling you, I says, put your finger down, number one. I do not like a finger being put in my face. You can talk to me. We can discuss this. He goes, well, I'm telling you. And I says, no, I'm telling you. Have you ever seen a portal? No. Have you ever seen a Bigfoot? No. You never seen one jump through a portal, let alone you never saw one, either one. He goes, no. I says, then sit your ass down and shut up. And you can just say that's what you believe. You're not telling me that's what they're doing. You don't have the proof. You just want to act like you know it all. Sit your ass down. And I walked away from him. The one girl there taps me on the shoulder, says, he's a county commissioner here. I went, really? I don't care. And afterwards, I'm thinking, oh.
Look what Darren said.
Oh, I love that one. That's a good one.
Darren, I love that one. That needs to be on a t-shirt or something. Yeah.
I was thinking,
Great one. That's a good one.
do you believe in God? Yes. Have you seen him? No. Then sit down. I'm pretty good at telling people to sit down.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No matter what, we have it in all fields of this cryptid and paranormal. We got it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And
But I think, you know, when we're chatting with Darren and Angela and all the rest of the group, I think that's the main topic that comes up over and over is it doesn't matter what you believe or think, but just try to talk about it and learn, but don't put anybody else down, ridicule them, be annoyed with them, whatever. If you truly believe it, then talk about it and find out. That's fine.
Jill, you're 110% right. Talk it out. We can talk like normal human beings. We don't have to force our opinions. Let's discuss this.
You don't have to agree, but you might just, if you listen, you might just learn something. And I think that's what we're getting from all these groups of these lovely people. We're all learning.
Well, you got to watch too. Some groups, it's their way or the highway.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not going to change your minds. It's this way. Well, I kind of leave the group because you're not going to learn anything new, and I'm not going to learn nothing from you because you're too close-minded. That's exactly, and that's, you know what? This past month, I made my group a private group. I fought it for the longest time. And everyone kept saying, you should go private. Well, that kept bringing people in, but then the people weren't talking about their experiences because it was a public group. Well, one of my mentors, who is one of the nicest, him and his wife are the nicest people. They're how can I put it? They are so nice and so down to earth and don't want to hurt no one's feelings and you just feel how great they are when you're around them.
People,
Yeah. All right. He put up a canine print that was about 5 inches around. There ain't a dog print that big anywhere. 5 inches around. It's right near where Brenda Sproul and I found one. Couple years back. So whatever that is, people kept saying, hey, it was hoaxed. He made it himself. I said, that's it. That's what I believe it is. And I'll get to that in a minute. And they were really getting mean, these trolls that didn't even belong in my group. They never joined. And they were getting mean. And I was down in West Virginia speaking that weekend. That Friday, I stayed down with another good friends of mine, that researchers that I trust with my life. I was staying at their house and then spoke the next day. Well, I kind of ignored it, the page and that. Saturday night, Debbie messaged me saying she's booting people out of the group because she's one of my admins too, and saying about how they're getting on Jamie on that post of his. So I says, I have not looked at it. I've been busy all weekend, and I just totally blew this off. I said, I'm dog tired. I'm laying here in bed. I'll check it out tomorrow. Do what you got to do. Boot them. I don't care. We get out of there. She booted about 12 people that night. Well, the next morning I get up and I go to the admin thing on there and seeing the activity log, and I saw she booted 12, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I get a message from my armchair researcher, and I call her that because she can't get out in the woods, and I do use her to find things out for me off the computer for a history of things and the whole 9 yards. And she's awesome. She is awesome, Nikki. She's messaging me about it, saying these people need booted. I says, do you want to be a moderator? Do you need the help? I went, hell yes. Made her a moderator. She booted out another 12. Right now. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
I called her the boot kicking lass. and I tell you what, she doesn't put up with no crap either.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Good, yeah. And
Let
Bill,
me get back to that paw print real quick for the, and the thing is, Jamie took a dogman report in the city of Farrell, which is a mile away from me, south of me, and it was seen in an alley up there. I just took a report at the edge of town on the north side, down near the river. Now, this river runs through Sharon, through Farrell. We've had sightings out in South Pie. The river runs from there. The dam's out there. Could it be a dog man? Damn straight it can be.
Oh.
Do we know for sure? No. The report I took, that witness is very believable. The reports out the dam area and South Pie area, very believable. The one in Farrell, Jamie says it's a very believable one. Are they traveling along the river? I believe so. Can I prove it? No, I can't. But I believe so.
Wow.
And I don't really want to be doing a full-scale dogman research.
No.
Those things scare me.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah,
They do
yeah.
scare me.
Yeah.
Do I want to come across one? Mm-mm.
Mm.
When I was 14, I got attacked by a German Shepherd and got tore up. These are what they were, German Shepherds. So I don't want to get tore up by one of them.
so you had two, didn't you?
We had
Yeah.
two. We lost them 4 or 5 years ago. Both of them. They were both nearly 14 years old. We'd had them from 8-week-old puppies, but they were just amazing and
Venus, come here.
sweet-natured.
2 years ago, or a year and a half ago. Come on, get tangled up here. All right.
Well, Daryl,
Hey, come here. Get up. We rescued her from Texas. Come on. Get up here. Come on, jump up there. Jump up there.
oh my goodness.
She was 5 years old when we rescued her. 68 pounds.
Oh,
Beautiful.
68 pounds. A total pain in my butt.
Oh yeah, they all are. Yeah. Beautiful.
She got to be up my butt the whole time. That's why I locked the door.
Oh.
And I took her on an investigation at Christmas time, right after we got her. We got her in September or October. Come on, let's go. Out. There you go. She'll be whining at the door again in a minute.
Oh. Lovely.
And it was over in Ohio. So I took her with me. Other researchers had things going on because it's a week before Christmas. I said, I ain't passing up this opportunity. I'm going out research. Me and her's walking down through about 300 yards of cornfield to get back to the woods. She's fine. Checking everything out. She's fine. We got in the woods. She went on high alert. My gut feeling saying there's something evil in here.
Oh,
I took some pictures around, and so I don't know. It was kind of crazy feeling, and she stayed on high alert, and she's looking around. She ain't focusing on just one thing, but the hair in the back of her neck was up. She was tense. She not her normal movement. And I went, "Come on, girl, we're out." As we're walking back out, I took a picture of this tree. Had a branch that came off of it like this. Went over and back up.
okay,
I walked over and got another picture. You can see rubbings on that where long ways, like something was sitting up there.
Wow.
Deer trail under it. Possibly.
Wow.
Bigfoot, maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
Or some kind of evil thing in there. I don't know. And you're right. I believe they are dark spiritually.
Yeah. Wow.
I believe that. I do. And that's another. I'm starting to research it more to figure out more so I can have a more understanding of the subject.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have they been around forever? Nubius. In the Egyptian times with Nubius.
Yeah, maybe by different names.
Yeah.
By a different name. Yeah, we don't know much about that actually, do we? We haven't.
No, we don't know. No.
So yeah, so I research it all with my group, and I network with other researchers. I got a gentleman from northwestern Ohio going up into Michigan to do a research for me for a lady who's having Bigfoot problems there, and he's going to check it out. He was there once. He's going back up on the 9th, and I talked to him for a while yesterday about it. I had one going on up in New York. If I get anything done, get reports from down in West Virginia, I turn them over to my buddy Brian and Fred down there and Les Odell. If I get any reports down there. So I can't be everywhere.
No.
And that's why I called it the Agents of the Unexplained, because I network with other researchers and that I can trust.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Yes. We won't get in that discussion right now, but we will get in that discussion.
Our time
Yeah.
is coming to an end, isn't it?
Say, Bill,
time.
there's a few things that I want to say before I end. Now, number one is going back to the groups issue. I completely feel and I haven't had to do it yet. I have 2 groups, one of them public, one of them private. I have a page for our UK Bigfoot research team, and now I'm about to open up a new group which may include you, and to everyone watching, that will be coming in 2024. And even Darren in chat, us 3 and some others are going to be bringing a big announcement in 2024.
Let me give you a little hint on this big announcement.
New Year's
It's his
Day.
idea. It's his idea.
Yeah.
And it's a damn good idea. Right there.
Yeah, so we're opening up a big group, so everyone watch out for that dates where we'll be all coming on live.
Yes, we will be doing it. I think we're going to be doing on one big live thing yet. We don't know yet, but yeah, it's it is all Daniel's idea. He's the one that came up with it, and I'm all for it. And
Yeah,
it's
so
going to be really good. Everyone's
Yeah.
going to enjoy it. You know.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, and that's why I agreed to it. And as long as we keep Jill in the picture.
Oh, thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
Very kind.
I do not agree with that comment on board.
What, bossy?
Oh, what?
He did say the boss, but now he's calling you bossy.
Well, Darren, I am not happy with that. I will make friends with
Hey. Take it as a compliment. Because if I called you the boss, you wouldn't want to take it as a compliment because the boss is like a diaper. Always all over your butt and always full of crap. I told you I'll make you laugh, you know.
Yeah. So all that will be coming beginning of January, which we're all very, very, very excited for. So Bill, I want to thank you so much. It's been it's alive, Bill. It's alive. Let me remind you, it's alive.
I keep the F-bombs out. Don't worry. You know, fun times. Oh, did I say the wrong thing?
Okay. Right, before this goes any further, I want to thank everyone who has watched, and over the next few weeks, things are being planned. A lot is coming out, and a lot of things will be happening over Christmas.
Right. Let me say this right now. Don't get burned out. Rely on everybody else.
Yeah.
Talk to everyone else.
Yeah.
Daniel, we need you around for years to come. Don't get burned out. Darren, you agree with me with that.
Don't worry, mate. On the project, and I'll tell you after the stream, the projects that I've got coming up are incredible. Trust me. But hold on. Don't make too many groups.
You won't keep up, and he's right.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
That's why I used to be a co-executive director for the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project that has over 18,000 members. Along with my group, my podcast, the camp outside plan, I was getting burned out and I was getting worn out and I couldn't keep up. I stepped down from the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, even though I'm still good friends with Mary Fabian. I still go in their group and talk and the whole 9 yards, but I'm just a peon now in there. I'm no big executive or anything. And I appreciate the trust she put in me. But I had to step down because it was just getting too overwhelming. And in a way, I'm kind of glad because, real quick story, I ended up getting sick at the very end of May. I go to the hospital. They end up life flighting me because I end up with both lungs filling up with blood clots. So I'm lucky to be here. But this crazy guy couldn't sit up and look out the window in that helicopter because there's no room. So I went Facebook Live and was filming myself flying so I can watch the scenery. It worked. I got to see the scenery, and everybody's trying to figure out what the heck's going on. That's a life flight Bill's on. He's filming himself. What's going on? But so.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right. So thank you to everyone who has commented and everyone who is going to be watching this on record. And there's a last comment. I will completely agree with that, Darren. Yeah. And I will say to everyone that this podcast will be out on audio only. tomorrow at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock UK time. So it should be, if it's in America, I know some is 5 hours behind us, about 7 o'clock.
Tomorrow
in the morning for you guys. But thank you so much to everyone, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to Bill's podcast. And
you find us on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook. Join and subscribe.
And same to us. Thank you so much to Jill, our
Welcome.
co-host.
Thank
guys,
you, Nan. Great co-host. Great,
Thank you,
great
Bill, for
comments.
talking. Thank you for talking to us. It's
I
amazing.
will.
You're a
And,
good laugh.
thank you, everyone, and I will see you in the next podcast. Keep searching
Bye,
and
everybody.
stay
Bye, everyone.
mythical.
Thank you for listening to the Mythical Legends podcast. For more information, check out our Facebook group. The truth is out there.